What is up, everybody? Solomon here. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic Friday. Well, that's it. I am selling all of my XRP. You know, I've realized today that it's over. And, you know, Willy Woo's tweet today that I saw that I was tagged in really just kind of, it drove the last nail into the coffin for me. I'm just going to read it for you right now. Got nothing against coins that have no technical use case like Doge or XRP. RippleNet doesn't need the token. These are tradable commodities that orbit Bitcoin and can provide beta. I do have problems with coins that move inorganically by the hands of the few, aka XRP. Luckily, I went to Willy's website on Twitter, his homepage, and he does have an obligatory Black Friday special, $375 for annual subscribers to the Bitcoin forecast. It's usually $500. Expires Sunday night. So I'm gonna hop right on that. God, I made such a mistake. All right, this guy's a complete moron. I'm gonna move into a little bit why I think good old Willy here is wrong. But interestingly enough, if you weren't aware, Brad Garlinghouse did an interview with Anthony Pompliano. I think this was yesterday, and this is essentially saying the government of China could not have control over Bitcoin miners in China, or at least that's what Pomp is stating here. And I'm not, I'm actually a fan of Anthony Pompliano. I just think that he's got so much money tied up into Bitcoin, it's hard to shill anything else at this point. So I'm going to play this for a second here.
Oh, well, let me ask two questions.
Okay.
Do you think the Chinese Communist Party could, if they wanted to, control those 4 miners?
No.
I just thought Brad's reaction was absolutely hilarious there. All right, so I want to tackle Willy Woo here for about 5 minutes. I'm not going to give him more than that, but take a look at the market cap real quick today. We can see Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. Volume for XRP is interesting to me. We're sitting right about 18 billion, right? Ethereum 16, Bitcoin at 38. I do know as of a couple of days ago that XRP was potentially going to surpass that. Now, we do see what's interesting. Obviously, XRP at 55 cents. I'm not going to pull up a chart or anything like that right now, but we're looking to make a higher low. And also, obviously, a higher high from where we were at previously. If you pull up the past year, I think this was probably March, right? When we dropped down into like 11-cent territory or whatever. So higher high, I guess our higher low would be right around 17 cents. Higher high, higher low right around 22 cents. So, you know, we're looking to maintain that trend. That's good signs that we're potentially in a positive market. Obviously, crypto news websites talking about the Pomp and Brad Garlinghouse interview today as well. Ripple will succeed even if XRP is declared a security. These obviously are taken into whatever context they need to spin it as. But even from a common sense standpoint, this is a risky market. One thing that Bitcoin maxis will never tell you is that Bitcoin is going to fail. XRP could certainly fail. I don't think XRP is going to fail. I do think that XRP could possibly succeed even if XRP failed. But you present both types of news, or at least if you're going to do it from a moral standpoint, you try to present both types of news for when you're an XRP investor, because Ripple is trying to build out the internet of value where utility will fucking thrive, right? So if utility thrives and we have a level playing field, this is why it's so hard for me to understand why it's so difficult for some people to see what's going on. When you create a level playing field and you level everything out off, a digital asset that actually has utility, like Willy, whatever the hell his name is saying here, doesn't have utility. XRP potentially thrives in that ecosystem, right? Why do you think that Ripple would have essentially invented the interledger protocol, which is a value agnostic protocol, and gifted it to the internet? Why? Whenever they hold so much XRP, which was, you know, Ripple back in the day, why would they have gifted a value agnostic protocol to the W3C and allow them to develop upon it? Whenever they hold so much XRP, you don't think that there's an incentive for Ripple to see XRP go up in valuation? Of course there is. Does that make XRP a security? No, Ripple is an independent company. that is building out software solutions for all of their clients. XRP happens to be a utility-based option that they can interface these clients with. I mean, it is what it is. So this is not difficult for me. It was an interesting quote that I saw from this. It's my very strong opinion that it's very hard to look at XRP as a security. This is from Brad. You know, if XRP were deemed a security here in the United States, we have other G20 markets that have taken a different view. I'm not aware of any market globally that thinks XRP is a security. Obviously, we have no news yet. But to state that XRP has no utility and compare it to a meme coin or a whatever, however you call it, a meme or mem or whatever meme. My daughter always laughs at me when I say mem. A meme coin, like Dogecoin, I mean, it's nonsense. This is from the G30. If you don't know who the G30 are, they are an international body of leading financiers and academics which aims to deepen understanding of economic and financial issues and to examine blah, blah, blah. Essentially, it's an extenuation of the G20 body, but from a business standpoint, right? The G20, and this was on the Bank for International Settlements website as well, talks directly about XRP, the native digital currency on the XRPL, leapfrogging slow and expensive correspondent banking practices. So yeah, your utility, XRP has no utility comment is completely out the window just from one comment. Stating that Ripple can survive without XRP, I obviously agree with that, but XRP, even Deloitte, one of the big four from the consulting standpoint, talking about XRP being a key technology to the overall Ripple solution. The Central Bank of France talking about CBDCs potentially interoperating with a crypto asset on a blockchain, which is possible on Ethereum and Ripple's blockchain, but they're referring to the XRPL. So there's your utility standpoint going out the window as well. Now we have this. This is Department of Homeland Security, all right? Public, permissionless blockchains like Bitcoin are vastly slower than standard credit card transactions. What was Bitcoin? And I have no problem with any of you holding Bitcoin, but the state that XRP has no utility pissed me off. Bitcoin doesn't have utility at this point. Bitcoin has store of value at this point, which is, in my opinion, not utility. It's a value-based assessment of an asset. Am I sitting here saying that Bitcoin's not going to go up in value? Of course not, because speculative buyers are going to buy into this market. And as a hedge against risk in the crypto market, Bitcoin historically so far has been the best hedge because it has the biggest market cap, the most liquidity so far. If I was to say that Bitcoin is going to maintain that status forever, I would be a complete moron in my opinion. If you believe that, that's fine. That's your opinion. In my opinion, I would be a moron because when technology develops and as it progresses throughout societies and takes over, vastly better technologies take its place. The first technology in the blockchain, well, in the cryptocurrency ecosystem was Bitcoin, right? What was the first technology, based on the internet that was publicly traded? Was it Google, Amazon, any of these things that have taken off? Apple? No, you've got things like Netscape. You've got all these early initiatives that obviously were surpassed, aka usurped by things with better utility that made it easier for people to utilize. The key to the entire digital asset and cryptocurrency mass adoption marketplace isn't necessarily the best technology. It's the technology that makes users on a worldwide scale be able to integrate into this system without even knowing that they're utilizing the technology in the first place. That's my opinion. You take it or leave it as you want it to. But, we can see all of these different speeches about Bitcoin in the past. While this is from the Bank of England, while many early forms of crypto assets such as Bitcoin have proved unsuitable for widespread use in payments, stablecoins and particularly global stablecoins do just that, or aim to do just that. While they're shitting on the Bitcoin use case, utility, because obviously XRP doesn't have any, right? Willy Woo or whatever your name is, dude. Ripple has a proof of concept with the Bank of England, tying in Interledger Protocol, tying in RippleNet. Look at all the institutions that have trialed XRP. Many, many, many banking institutions have trialed XRP. Doesn't mean they're holding it right now. Doesn't mean XRP 100% succeeds. It could fail, right? But to state that there's no utility there, whenever your digital asset takes 45, your maxi-based digital asset, you don't even diversify, and you shill your $500 course without even lending the opportunity for people to learn more things other than Bitcoin. To state that XRP has no utility is nonsense, okay? When your asset takes 45 minutes plus to transfer and fees for proof of work digital assets are unsuitable in any ecosystem that a business would ever want to use. You think that peer-to-peer payments are the future. Okay, that's fine. But Bitcoin failed as a peer-to-peer payment mechanism. Yeah, you can still do it, but am I going to send somebody something that's going to take an hour and cost me like 30 or 40 bucks, depending on how high the network, what the hash rate's at and all this other nonsense? Bullshit and nonsense. So I'm all for people holding Bitcoin. It's going to go up in value, but Ripple to bring blockchain technology to Finastra's banking customers. If you don't know how big Finastra is, part of the World Economic Forum, multiple banking customers, D+H and Missus merged to form Finastra, and ODL is available. I'm sure it's via API into RippleNet integration into Finastra's banking portal. All right, how XRP stacks up against other digital assets. If you were not aware, I mean, this is common knowledge to us all. Speed per transaction, 3.3 seconds for XRP. Bitcoin, 45 minutes. Now, as we see these all-time highs starting being breached, which is going to happen in the near future, regardless of the dip that we just had, that 45-minute time can go anywhere from 45 minutes to a day or two. I was here in 2017. I remember transactions being, I think like $35, $40 in November. So, this $1.88 cost per transaction is not real either. 16 transactions per second. Wow. What a friggin' revolutionary technology, right? Ethereum, I definitely do believe in from a proof of work standpoint, even from a utility-based standpoint, because I think that they're going to scale. Proof of stake is going to happen. Every time Bitcoin tries to scale, it forks into another asset, okay? So essentially this 21 million max cap of Bitcoin, you do the math on that with how many forks there have been from Bitcoin, okay? I am not saying Bitcoin's a bad asset from a value-based standpoint, but to state that XRP has a utility, again, nonsense, bullshit argument. Bitcoin failed as money, and that is great news for crypto. Price volatility they talk about, and you can't really take Forbes with they're not really the most trustworthy news source when it comes to crypto because they're a little bit biased, but they do present the issues that Bitcoin has in a pretty concise manner. Price volatility, near obsession over price levels. This is a big issue, right? So essentially, why would somebody buy Bitcoin and use it as a payment mechanism whenever it rises parabolically? They're not going to. Now, something like XRP that can bridge and especially whenever the volatility goes, in a 45 minutes, 2 days, whatever, you have no idea. 3.3 seconds is much more ideal, in my opinion. Obviously, that's on ledger for XRP. We know that whenever you're integrated with the pre and post validated messages, et cetera, that remedies the correspondent system, we can get up to a minute or two. But the actual on-ledger transaction of XRP is like 3 to 5 seconds. I've seen 4 to 6 seconds as well. I'm not even going to get into all this. This is just complete nonsense. I did want to just talk about that for a second, though. If you haven't seen the mempool for Bitcoin, aggregate size and bytes of transactions waiting to be confirmed. You can take this on a, whatever scale you want to take it on, but if you're not aware, the mempool is where all valid transactions wait to be confirmed by the Bitcoin network. A high mempool size indicates more network traffic, which will result in longer average confirmation times and higher priority fees. The mempool size is a good metric to estimate how long the congestion will last, whereas the mempool transaction count chart tells us how many transactions are causing the congestion. So haven't seen much congestion on the XRPL. Haven't seen much as far as XRP speed and utility being affected. But yeah, again, Willie's really nailed it down here. Comparing XRP to Doge, comparing no technical use case for XRP whatsoever. And if you want to check out his Black Friday special, which we'll talk about Bitcoin, $375 only for annual subs, and you'll just hear about Bitcoin, I'm sure, and how all other assets are shit, right? So you can add to his bags if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm glad I got to touch base with you guys yesterday for Thanksgiving. For those of you that were on the live stream, again, sorry, sorry for cursing or whatever, but I'm allowed to get pissed off in this space when I see completely nonsensical type things that are just spouted out of people's mouths. That are obviously fueled by incentive on his account there, or trying to be cool. Whatever, it's so stupid. There are multiple winners in this space, right? Is XRP certainly going to win? I have no idea. But does it have no utility? No, that's complete nonsense. We've seen that XRP has utility. We've heard the conversations from Ripple obviously is funding and buying more shares into MoneyGram. But we've heard the actual talk about the utility base from MoneyGram as well. They wanted to fuel up ODL even more so. They were bootstrapping the network. We've seen from all of these institutions, all the banking institutions that are very interested in what Ripple was doing, and to say that Ripple was not trying to utilize XRP in their utility-based solutions is nonsense. But Ripple probably could survive without XRP as well. I'm not going to sit there and say that Ripple won't survive. They're valued at $10 billion. That'd be nonsense. But I do think, in my personal opinion, XRP plays a major role in the Internet of Value. We want to create this level playing field so that assets with utility can thrive. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, like and subscribe if you want to, and I'll get into the research on some of these other coins on Patreon here. Hopefully this weekend. It's easier for me to do it at work when I have dual screens up, so I haven't forgotten about you guys either on Patreon, and thank you guys very much for the support and subscription. So I will talk to you later. All right, later.